Hey there, welcome back. So we are going to move to the first operating round. First thing that happens is you pay privates. I've never clicked this button before, so let's make sure that the scripting is working. So let's calculate this. I should be getting $20 in revenue from this one and $15 from that one. So this should change to 35. So let's go ahead and click. And it worked. 35, 35, 30. So 10, 20, yeah. Okay. So so this can't happen until phase 4. So I got to be careful not to lose that. Phase 4, by the way, is the moment somebody buys this train. Okay, so the way the operating rounds work is after all the privates have been paid, which they have. So this one, for example, got 15. I'm just going around making sure. $5. 0 for him, which is going to be a problem, potentially. We'll play this out. So starting with the operating round, you go through these first, the regionals and minors, and then you do these in the stock market, highest value first, top, middle, bottom, and then, on down. So if you got two that are the same value, it's the one that's the highest up, and then, on down. Okay. So first one we do is we're going to do Plum. So I'm going to move that down to show that he's going. And we just have to find who has Plum, which should be our Plum dude, Plum Excited. So we got plenty of money, and it is a regional. So regionals, just to confirm, get 3 tile points. And they can't leave their country. So Plum gets 3 tile points from here. The first one we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the Y here. And which one are we going to do? Great question. We're going to do a straight Y. So we're going to grab one of these bad boys, put it right there. And now this station means that it is blocked. Other people could go to this city as part of its revenue, like the D company here, but D can't go through it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So that's one. And then we're actually going to go towards Paris. So we're going to do a turn, which is this one. And then we have a whistle stop. And we're going to go, I believe we're going to go straight through. The Paris one's interesting because you got to pay attention. It's going to be, this little triple thing. And depending on how it's oriented here, whoever lays the Paris tile is going to get to decide which way it's facing. And you may want to turn this way or go straight. But we'll go ahead and do a straight one. So it's a whistle stop straight, which is this one. There you go. That's 3 tile points. Turn is over. Now, at this point, you would run your trains, but he doesn't have any trains. But now we're going to go here and spend 100 and buy a train. And you can see they cost $100. And now he has a 2x2. So next operating round, he'll be able to run trains. And I just realized I need to check something real quick. Okay, so small correction. It's not the furthest to the top, it's furthest to the right that goes first. So in this situation where 2 of them are 150, this one would go first, then that one. Sometimes it makes a difference because you do get to choose the direction of the tiles. And if somebody else wanted to choose a different direction or a different tile, it's too bad, too sad. But yes, this whole round is going to be nothing but spending $100 and laying track. So now, what are the other things that they can do that we're not doing? I don't know if there's a good description. So what I can tell you is that you pay the privates, then you lay tracks, in order. Every business operates, and when they operate, they lay track. Then they can buy a train. They run their trains, so they generate revenue, pay their shareholders if they want to. Then they can buy trains, and the very last thing is that the company can choose to sell its stock, but only if it's a major. And if they sell their stock, the stock goes into the open market, and no more than 50% can be sold, but they can sell it into open market, and that helps the company to generate some revenue. And of course, if that happens, the stock drops down 1 on this chart. And like I said, if they're at the floor, it's a freebie. Okay. Next item up for bid. Chin. So we need a Y here, and it has to go this way. It also has to go that way. Well, technically you don't need to go this way, but you want to, because you want to use this port. This is since it connects to the circle, you have to honor this connection. You can't ignore it. So there's several ways to do this. You can use this one and do a loop-de-loo, right? But then if you were to run your track, you're really screwing yourself, because then you can't lay track anywhere else. So we actually have to ignore this right now, and we just got to pay attention, because we want to use one of these later, and we just want to make sure that whatever one we use can fit there, because we can't use this side, so just one side doesn't work. And so this one would fit perfectly fine. I think this one might even also fit perfectly fine, so we're okay. But we want to use maybe this one in the meantime. So yes, the port is blocked, but that's okay, because we want to lay more track. And now I'm seeing this, so I think I want to change my mind again. Let's use this one. So that's one. And then you always want to hit the whistle stops if you can. Two. And then 3. And we go back to Chin. Where is Chin? Here. Spend 100. Get your train. And this is okay, because right now we're not making any money. As soon as somebody buys a green train, they will be able to lay down green tile. So we could, well, at $70, we're not able to purchase a green train, as you can see. So, next one. Mr. G. Who has G? That's H, F, B, A, right here. So again, it's 3. And then while I'm here, we're going to do spend 100. I know it's a little out of order, but that's okay. It's not like we're running the train. Then what do we want to do? I think we want to help MSP connect. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's what we want to do. We're going to have to, someone's going to have to bite the bullet and pay the 30 here. But if MSP does it, then they'll be perfectly connected. I don't know if they can afford to do it. They cannot. So their turn's over. Next, MSP, which is them again. Now you might be wondering how they're getting to take so many turns. It's because of these things clearing up. It's also the priority turn stuff. Alright, so while I'm here, let's pay the 100. And grab the train. And you know what, if we're playing multiplayer at my house, I hand the trains to all the players right now and just pay the 100 for everybody. Like, we just do it all at once. But since I have to click on this doohickey every time I exchange money, we might as well just do it in order. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's updating this. Otherwise I would just figure out a different way. Okay, so bought the train for 100. It is MSP, which is this guy. And like I said, that is going to be a problem because this guy can't afford to pay for that piece. So we probably have to at least do 1. I do have $70. I'm looking, he doesn't have any private companies that help him. So we would be paying, and I already forgot the number, 30. So let's do that because he's the only company. This company can't afford it, so I'm going to put a 30 in and spend that money. And that's going to allow us to put in a whistle stop turn, like so. I won't place this one, and then we got to spend 2 points to place our first metropolis here, St. Petersburg. And we got to be careful. Because if I do that, see how it's going to orient? Now we're going to have to pay 30 to go onto this one. I could do that, and then we're forcing ourselves. So this is like really bad. But it's the only way to get there. I don't remember these 2 red lines being in the main game. I think that's wrong. I remember going down this way and into here. So maybe I did it wrong all those years. Makes me want to get out my physical copy to verify. Okay, so I pulled up 2 images from Board Game Geek. So this is a mid-game look, and I want you to notice that it's coming around this lake here, and then it comes straight down from the lake into St. Petersburg, which is right there. Okay, so it's coming straight down and right around the corner of the lake and into St. Petersburg, like so. In fact, St. Petersburg is probably this green here. I know, it's not the best. And then we got another picture. This is a completely different picture. Same deal. They're coming down the corner of the lake and into the green. So those are the 2 images I was able to find. And if you see the lake, they're coming down into the lake and into the green. So, as much as this is nice, these 2 red lines are this, by the way, this white picture is a prototype pre-Kickstarter board. The actual final game board, those two red lines don't exist. So, the reason why this is important is because I never ran into this problem before. This costs the same. They're both $30. So I don't need to lay that at all. Oh no, I do. But see, here's why. Because now I'm doing this. And this is how we've played for eons and eons. And I'm going to put MSP down at the bottom here. Or no. I'm going to put it at the top so I can do this run. And that was 3 points, by the way. 2 points plus 1. So when they go, I can only lay this track, and then I'm going to have to lay, these two. Because this is just a little awkward. Alright, MSP is done. Next up, lawnmower. Spend his 100. Get his train. Look at our situation here. Lawnmower, you have to be very particular about how this is going to get done. But the first thing is you have a double whistle stop and a turn. So I believe we're going to play this one. Like so. And then I think London, see, it's going to look like, and you can always, it's going to look like that. I don't think it matters which way you do it. But see, it goes through here. London does. Or you have to zigzag through, right? So that's the reason why you got to pay attention to the tiles and how they're going to look. So we probably want to, that's 1. We're going to go 2, 3, and then we can do a sharp turn in this way. Now, by doing that, we're actually cutting Birmingham off. But once you get to the green tracks, you can get Birmingham into the picture. So there's 2. And 3. And I can't tell you how many times people put a straight line here going into London and then screw themselves. So don't do that. Since he's controlling all of the British companies, he gets complete control over how it's done. But anyways, that's something to very much keep in mind. RCP is next. That should be right here. Spend 100. Get a train. Honestly, I think I like the basic game more than the extended, because it clutters the map too much with the extended. I mean, I like Epic everything. I just wish the map would be bigger and have more companies. But anyways, here we go. $100. Done. RCP's in an interesting situation. They're already at a port, so they could theoretically get to New York, but they do have a penalty here. So how do they get their money? Technically, they want to get to here, and I could swear to you that this is a Y town. I don't like the fact that so where's Spain at? It's all the way over here. They show pictures of the board, but it sucks. Right there, that's Porto. Is that a Y or not? I can't tell. Oh, here we go. Nice zoom in. That is not a Y. Okay. It's just a regular... Poor Porto. So then what? Well... This is also 2 spaces away. We got to get to Madrid. So we got to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then we're still not there. That's going to be a challenge. E can come up and help connect to here. So the way to do it is we want to come out of this side. 1, 2, 3, like so. That was RCP. Excuse me. H. Hey, that's us. Right? Yes. Alright, we don't have any money. So we're going to spend 100 to get our train. Now remember, we could supplement and help. But see, look, it's going to cost us money to lay anything down. It'd be nice to get both of these, or at least this one and this one, so that way we could get the +2. That would cost 30 bucks. Now, this one is short $10. So just to buy the train, I'm going to have to spend $10. So I don't have enough to afford the 30. Just a reminder, this is a forced purchase. And if you can't afford to purchase this, you have to use your private money to supplement them. And even if you can't do that, then you have to start selling shares. So we're totally cool here. I can use this $30 to help him lay track, because the purchasing of the train is last, not first. But in our situation, I need $10 to help him, so I don't want to mess with my money. And then we also have to, let's not forget, you have these private companies. So yeah, they're fine. It's like we want to place this somewhere, and we don't have to do it. It doesn't have to be on our track. We can place it anywhere we want. The problem is I don't know where this is the best place to put it yet. So I can't lay track. I'm just stuck here. Maybe not the best place, but I am going to get a Constantinople connection. No problem. I won't get the $30 bonus, but I'm going to make 20 plus whatever. It's not the best. I'm not playing my A game here. I'm absolutely not. Okay, H is done. SB is next. That is him. So we're going to clear. Put in 100. Buy his train. SB is going to pay 2 points to get Vienna in play. Now, normally I like to do this because I'm connecting to here and this whistle stop. But see, then it makes this problem. So what you probably want to do is something like that. It does require a bit of zigzagging. And then I have to choose, okay, where am I going to put SB? And I'm okay with putting SB on this one. Then we're going to grab that for 1. And that for 2. Now just to make sure, with the Y, I'm probably going to have to do this one to come in here and then out there. But that works. SB is done. MKV. That's down here. Spend $100. Get yourself a beautiful train. How do we want to do this? We got to place a Y. See, there's a big time money if I want to go through here and connect to this. Obviously I can get 2 whistle stops, no problem. If I want to go this way, or I'm going to come down to try to connect to this. They both pay the same. If I go this way, I'm getting closer to connecting to St. Petersburg. But the big question is can I afford the 45? I don't know if I can. I can, which is why you fund it big. So we'll spend the 45. So which Y company do I want? I think I'm going to choose this one. We're going to go straight through, like that. So there's 1. Now the reason I spent the money was for this one. Nope. 2. 3. So we'll at least get connected to this for our run. And I can work my way down to here eventually. Okay, next is MZA, which is this one. $100, spend. Nope. Excuse me. So MZA is way down here. We definitely want to connect to that port. But I think I want to do a hard turn. Now MZA has a spot here where, see, this is two sides that are unused. When you look at the Y, there's only one Y that fits with 2 sides unused. It's this one. There's 12 of them here, but there's only 3 when you get to these levels. So be careful, because once you get to these levels, you need to go for them. Well, here's the 3 one. You need to go for that ASAP, because only 3 tiles in the game get to have one, and there's more than 3 that need one that are Y towns. So this is one of them. Bear with me. This is another one. Right? So there's 2. And where was the third one? I know there's more than 3. That's the problem. See, this is not one of them because you have this. This one only has 1. Well, right here. This needs 1. There's 3. And somebody gets shafted. I know they do. Because I've done this many times. And there's always a battle for it. And it's like you got to grab it ASAP. I don't know where the 4th one is, to be honest. I'm fairly certain it exists. I think it might be... Nope, it's not this one. That's why I could have sworn this was a Y. Or one of them. Okay, well, maybe we do have enough. I could swear to you, I didn't think we did. That or maybe my dog chewed one, my physical copy. And I was always one short when I wasn't supposed to be. Okay, so that's 1 tile. Now we're going to do 2, 3, and just work our way up to Madrid. We're not getting any whistle stops, but if I try to squeeze in a whistle stop, I'm going through mountains, and I don't want to do that. The best thing to do is hit Madrid and then hit whistle stops after, somehow. Okay, so there's our 3. Next up, is that DSJ? It is. So that is us. We're going to punch in 100, spend our money, get our train. We already have yellow track, and we're going to be using the port to connect to here. It would be nice to be able to also go here, but for a 2-2 train, we already got our 2. This is 1, that's 2. So everything I'm laying down next is just bonus. And we have whistle stops. We can start plowing through, this area. We have BJV here, which we may need to help them. This is going to be a town, so we need to go through this to bypass the town. So we don't have, the crappy... That's also another crappy town. Stockholm. I mean, come on. How's Stockholm not crappy? But it is. At least for this purpose. So we want to plow through this 45 and really go up to here and then connect to this somehow. So we do get to lay 3 tracks. Let's just do... One. Two. Remember, I don't have to honor the ferry because it doesn't go all the way in. So we can do this for now. Okay, so that's 3. And what this does is this gives me 2 whistle stops. So now I can do my 2 plus 2. Alright, done, done, done. L. So L here has exactly $100. And if I want to lay track, I might be in trouble. Oh, L's not on there. Where did I end up putting L? Oh yeah, L's on a friendly spot. So we're going to go... So I'm not going to help Bell. So I'm going to have L turn. No. We'll go straight. So 1. But this is where I'm not going to help him. 2. And then I'm really not going to help him when I put this in. Too sharp. 3. So now I'm going to force him to go all the way around or whatever he needs to do. Yeah, that just really screwed Bell big time. Okay, L is done. Mav. You know what? I could do 1, 2, 3 and help Bell. Because I'm not going to be able to connect to Paris. Well, actually, I go first. But see, I don't have enough train points to lay Paris down. Fine, I negotiated with L. And I decided I need to be nicer to him. So there's 2. There's 3. So I at least have my run. I can do London all the way through. I'm doing great. Okay. Next up. Sorry, I lost my thought there. That's right, next up was Mav. Spend 100. Get your train. We got our Y situation here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. So he can get his connection in. Next. D, which I think is over here. Yep. Spend the 100. Oh, I think this is the other one. Yep, right here. That's the 5th one. Marseille. One. Two. 3. All right. SFR. Should be down here. Spending 100. Look at our situation. We got a Y we need to do. I don't think I need to connect to this. There's no value yet. So we do want this one, but we're going to do it like this. And we do have the 45, so we will spend the 45. Go through it like so. And again, I got to remember private companies if I need to. And then we're going to get a turn in there. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then Naples is a weird one. Oh, it gets weird. But for initially, it's just this. Anyways, we have that done. Then A company, which I think is all the way up here. It is. Spend 100 to get his train. And now we're in trouble. He's got 30 extra bucks. These two companies should be okay. But he's going to need that 30 bucks because... Yep, all 30 of it. Oh, I already had it punched in. So he's going to spend everything he has because he has to help him put this Y down. We'll do this one. So 1. Two, and then we're going to get a sharp turn here. 3, and then we need a green upgrade, right, to be able to go down here. That's why you need to upgrade. So lawnmower should have gone major. Currently only GWR is. E is next. I think E is... Oh, that's F. Alright, where's E? B, F, H, M, J, there's E. So this is, where did I end up putting E? Oh, it's this company. So, I would like to connect up here. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then this is also a good connection. I only have 110 bucks. So we're going to spend 100 of it. And then we will get this little town here. Do I want it to be like that, or do I want maybe to upgrade this and just put a token here and then just have it go straight? Because remember, this is a crappy city. Yeah, it's a crappy city. We're not going to do that. So this does make it interesting, because they only need to have 2. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So 1, 2, 3. BJV, which is us. I only have $10 left over. I have this nonsense. I have this. I mean, I could theoretically go a different way, but I don't think there's any reason to do so. The most important thing is to connect to the port. Nope, wrong one. Okay. Actually, I had the right one. I don't want to go through this town. Was that GSWR? Only has $80. So we're going to spend all 80. And then I have to spend 20 of this to be able to just pay for the train. Ah. There we go. So, all was not well on the Western Front there. I guess that's what we're going to do for now. At least I didn't have to pay anything to lay track. Mr. F. It's this dude. Spend his 100. Get his train. Where is F? That's this dude. So see, we got a Y, and then we have to connect this way. So sharp turn, turn, and then Y. Which way does the Y need to go? Probably a turn. There we go. Bell. We helped Bell. So they're going to do a soft turn, another soft turn, and I think a straight. I don't know, but we'll try it. France looks like this. Bell's going to get to place the first one. So if we do it this way, it'll be here, here, and there. And I think that'll work out pretty well. Although OU, I think, wanted to go up to here. Do they have OU? They don't, so they can care less about OU. So they're going to dictate they're going to call the shots. Like so. SF and I. Me, myself, and I. Spend money, get train. Alright, we got ourselves a Y situation. Now, there is a rule in the game. Like, if you choose a tile and you take like the last one and somebody else needs that exact tile or nothing else works, they're allowed to force you to switch tiles. The key assumption is that it's not hurting you. And most of the time it's not. So there's only 8 of these, for example. So like going this way instead of that way. If I would have taken the other one, I reduced it down to 7. Maybe that would have made it worse. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna build the opposite direction. And I'm going to here. Now I gotta be really careful because I'm going to cut him off. So if he comes around this way, yeah, this is a problem. I gotta upgrade to green to be able to have 3. Well, actually, I don't need to use the port, but see, I'm gonna come in and go this way, and then he doesn't have anywhere to go. Oof. I mean, I can connect this to him, but that's not nearly as valuable as connecting these two. Alright, well that's not good. No, it's not good at all. K. Pun intended. That's right, K is here. We want to not lose Algier. Not a very exciting turn. I can only lay 1 track. Kibbles and bits. Spend the 100. It's all the way down here. I don't think I'm going to get a Berlin spot. There's already 3 of them up there. But I will at least do this for 2. And that for 3. So worst comes to worst, I can connect to one of these cities. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to him. So even if I didn't put this down and I put that down, still, unless I want to plow right through this, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. The problem is that's $60, and I have $0. So I know I have 35 bucks, but now that I've bought my train, I can't just give it personal money anymore. It's only the forced train purchase that lets me give it personal money. The only way I can help him out is to buy a share, and that's how I give him money. Okay, Kibbles and Bits is done. C, which is Golden Bell. Where did I put C? Oh, yeah, that's a different company. I was not expecting that. That costs $30. Let's find out if we have $30. Otherwise, we're in trouble. We do not. We do not. Oh. This is bad. He cannot lay track. That is horrible. I mean, we could have laid track, right? That would have put him 20 in the hole. This would have made him 15 in the hole. But then, which stock do we get rid of? We don't want to get rid of any of our stocks. Yeah, this is not going to make him any money. That's a really bad start for this company. It's a shame. I had it all planned out on everybody else, but I guess I just wasn't expecting it to... Yeah, I didn't think ahead there. No good. No good. That was a bad move. M, which is this company. That's right. This is the other one I'm worried about that isn't going to do well. And honestly, it's not going to do well. And since we're playing the extended game, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more get added. Okay, so M has a similar problem. No money for this, and has nowhere to deliver. I mean, I can at least lay down the town. I have a port, but I have nowhere to go. I can... See, it's a private port. So I can't go through a private port. I can only go to public ports. And that's the only public port. This was a horrible, horrible place to go. Yeah, I'm getting screwed on this one too. I do have $15, which puts me to $25, but it's still not enough. I mean, the only consolation is I can at least lay some track. I'm going to get blocked here, and I don't have enough money here. Oh no, he's got $75. He's got plenty of money. I was looking at the wrong one. So, let me back up. We can lay this down next time. I'm going to put down a straight right over here, and that's a $30 track lay. Well, do I really want to connect to this? If I want to deliver something, yes. Oh, that's miserable. Let's... do that. Okay, so I gotta spend the $10 from him. Nope. Wrong guy. Spend the $10 and then spend 20 from him. Done. Pub. Yep, that's him. Spend the 100, get a train. Pub is on a crappy city. This goes there. Berlin is going to obviously square up probably 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. Who has Kiss? It's not him. Where the heck is Kiss? Oh, it's at the end there. Yeah, we'll play nice. So 1, 2. Three, maybe? I don't know. I'm at a loss. I mean, I can do that port and connect to this Y city. If I do it this way, then it means I can't lay that. But that's fine. Maybe I'll do it that way. OU. We bought OU. That's right. Spend the money. So we screwed ourselves over here with this track lay. But if we're looking at, he was hoping to do this, this, and then this, I could still connect in. The 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Mr. B. So Maverick has B, which is, oh, up here. Look at that. There's probably not going to be much track laying done here. B only has $80 even. So he's going to have to spend his 80 and then 20 of his, which he can do. But that is what it took to get a train. And crazy enough, this guy's going to do better than 2 of those other guys that we realized we hosed. MIDI. Spend the 100. Get your train. MIDI's already got a port, but he has nowhere to go with the port. So we can connect down to this town. That'll give us some money, but MIDI's in trouble. One, two, we'll make it this one for 3. Alright, so what MIDI did is connected to this during the yellow train phase. So MIDI's going to collect $20. So it's back up to 60. Alright, next up is J, which is this guy. $100. And J is all the way up here. It's going to cost 30 to lay then. That's going to be an ouch. And that. And a straight. So this guy's got money though. So Jay's gonna spend his 10 and then 20 more of his money, which is fine. It all worked out. So he was able to help his miners. This miner's not going to make any money, but he was able to at least help that one. Alright, what do we got next? We have Kiss last. So Kiss is going to lay the Berlin and whatever connects to the Berlin. So yes, it's going to look like that. The problem is this is a crappy city. I understand why I didn't want to do that. Nobody wants to go through this town. But once I think it turns green, it might get better. Yeah. So there, that's 3 points. Who had Kiss? Oh, we do. Yeah, so this is us. Whoops. Spend 90. And we're going to have to spend 10 of our money. Alright, so here's the problem. We could do it this way. But if we do, I don't get to dictate it. Because this is 1 tile point, that's 2 tile points. I don't have enough to lay the third. So by doing it this way, I guarantee that I get connected to Berlin. Now, one of the things you can do is you can place a Berlin tile down, which is the whole point of this. See, this is $20. So I could spend $20 more, because remember, you don't buy the train until the end, and lay this tile down. And then I'm guaranteed to be on Berlin. I just don't think I need to be that aggressive at the moment. So I'm just going to wait. So we're done with all these. Now we go up to this, and we start with Lizard. Now Lizard gets 6 track points. And if we look at where Lizard is, We eventually want to connect up to here, but I don't think it's a good idea to just go straight up to there. He's on a crappy town, so no matter what he does, you need a green eventually to overcome it. So let's do this for 1. And I do, oh yeah, I got plenty of points. So what I want to do is I want to meander all the way down through here and then over. Hit this, come out of here, and then meander back. And then skip this town, and then meander this way. You know, that's what I want to do. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to turn. So what's the plan? The plan is connect to a red, put a token to the red so I never have to run through this city again. I'm going to eventually, once we upgrade to green, I have to upgrade this track to bypass the city, and then we just keep on going down. But we can hit Moscow and then come back. So I can zip through here to hit Moscow and then come back, and that's what you want to do. You want to zigzag. With 6 points, we're going to be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, connect to there, and then do 5, 6. So yeah, my first run is going to be this town and this town. It's no big deal. Okay, we didn't make any money, so we go back 1. GWR. Spend 100. Get a train. And they're also going to go back 1. And they get to do 6 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 up here. Like that. Okay, then GWR has 160 bucks. That next train is 225, so I still can't afford the next train. That's a bit of a problem. And then last is BHB, which will also drop back. So BHB is going to spend 100 bucks. Still not have enough to get that next train. And I get to lay 6 points worth of tiles. I don't know if there's 6 points to lay. So we're going to put a Y in. this. One. I mean, you could argue that I should meander, right? Pick up some whistle stops. Yeah, let's do that. So that means I need one of these and one of those. No. One of those. Nope. So 1, 2, 3. One, two, 3, 4, 5, and then we can go straight up for 6. I don't know if all that was necessary, but it's still the ideal way to do it. Okay, and then last but not least, WW. Uh-oh. Somebody's missing their trains. SFR. They went there. I never paid their 100 for their train. So they get one of them. SFR did go, right? Yeah. We just got so excited we never bought their train. Bell never bought their train. And then the last one was WW, which is... Crap, I can't even remember who bought WW. Here. That's right, because we wanted the extra track points. So WW is definitely buried far back, and I just ruined the chance of connecting with him. I could try to connect down to here, but I'd have to pay 30 to cut through all this. But you know what? That might be worth it, because this is a nice path to get towards Constantinople anyways. And no matter what I'm paying to cut through, unless I want to take a really long way, like this, which I could do. I mean, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oof. Yeah. But you know what? I'm a major, so I can connect to this Y. Right here. I'm allowed to go across boundaries. And if we had a green track, I could connect down to here. But so far, no one's had enough money to buy a green train, which is a little problematic. But do I have the $30 to at least connect to there? I may not. No. I do not. So We want to connect to something. I might have to connect to him just for lack of a something to do. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, I could go all the way up to this one. It's not going to give me any extra money. Four. I'm eventually going to have the money to connect to the other Y City. The Y City will get me better revenue until once the greens get unlocked, then I can bypass this. I mean, what I gotta eventually do, I gotta eventually connect to something bigger so I can start to make more money. Although this is fine for now. And, you know, maybe if I can connect down here, get some money too. But, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. So everybody went backwards. We are done with our first operational round. So now we go to OR2. And we pay the privates again. And we go again. And I went an hour and 20 to do just one operational round. I'm not necessarily going to be able to do quicker. So, do I make another video? No, let's just plow through. You're here for the long haul if you're watching this video. So we start back at the beginning again. So Plum. And there's no buying trains now. There's more of what are we going to do? You know, it's looking like we're looking at Paris going this way. So I'm going to build 2 tracks. One and 2. But Plum can't afford that one. And it's okay. So now Plum's going to run its 2 train. 1, 2 here. And then there's +2 whistle stops. There's actually 3 of them, but he only gets credit for 2. So this is a 30 and a 30 for 60, +10, +10. That's 80. So Plum is making 80 bucks. So you come down here and you punch in 80. And take note, he's going to make personal money, and then Plum is going to make some money because Plum still owns 50% of their stock. So it's going to be $40 that goes to each. So we're going to pay full. And there you go. So they just earned $40, and so did he. So this is how the game starts to take off. And how we're eventually going to be able to afford those green trains. But for now, that's the way Plum's working. Alright. Plum can't afford to buy another train, because the next train, I mean, technically you could buy one for 200, but 225 is your magical one. Now, why would you buy this one? Well, if you don't have any whistle stops on your route, then why waste the extra money, right? Save yourself 25 bucks. So, that's Plum. Next up is Chin. And we got the similar deal here, but I could start to try to get to Madrid, but I don't want to go through this. So the problem with this track laying is I can lay 1, I can lay 2, but I sure in the heck don't have the 60 bucks to go through there. So Chin, which is here, actually he does have 60 bucks. Oh, yeah, let's do it. We're going to plow straight through. But I'm going to hit this whistle stop along the way. So I'm going to turn. For 3. And the only problem is spending that 60 bucks hurts because he does need one of those bigger trains. We'll spend it for now. And yeah, we don't have any special ability. So we always call them weenies because these are privates. Just go with it. And he has no weenies. So now we run the route. So this is where it gets really weird. Ah, here we go. This port connects to this port, so he's good. So we got 30, 60, 70, because there's only one whistle stop. So chin, made 70, and pay in full, and then boom, 35, 35. Now, what you should be doing is stuff like this. Oh, you know what? He's doing it. Ah! I am so proud of him. He did that. Very nice. Okay, so Plum is done. Mr. G. Who has G? I went through this last time. I never remember who has what. G is this guy. That's right. So we're going to lay a straight track, a turn, and a sharp turn. This is actually a perfect spot for an L train. 1, 2, 3. But I can only do 2. That's 30, that's 30, that's 30. So right now, they all pay the same. So I'm going to go to these two, 30, 60, because I get 2 whistle stops on this side. So 80. Excuse me. 80 for G. Why is he paying half? Oh, he doesn't own shares, that's why. So this one was trying to pay $40. He should have gotten $40. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I mean, how do we know who G belongs to, I guess? Yeah, so G went on there, okay? This part worked. It was the payout that didn't work. Alright, G is done. MSP. Alright, we get to lay 3 track. I can't lay this because my hub is on the other side. This is not connected. So I can't lay these tracks. So MSP is done. 30, 60, and 1 whistle stop for 70. That's all MSP gets. It's down here. Yeah, I think it's because maybe this has to be in some kind of zone. Like, how does the game know, or the script know who controls this? Great question. So we might have to manually do that, but the MSP thing did its job. Lawnmower. So, and none of these, by the way, are able to afford a 3 train. So Lawnmower can't lay any, well, he could lay one more track. This one. So he's looking at 20 plus 30 for 50, 70. So he's got a 70 run. So you get some money. RCP? Yeah, you know me. RCP's in a bit of hot water here, because E should have gone first. Then E could have completed the loop. If RCP does this, which is great, I won't have anything to run to. So I gotta finish this. So soft turn, sharp turn. Okay, so by doing this, we have a 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 for RCP. Alright, still not enough for anybody to buy green train. Now we go to H. So we're going to see the same problem. The game may not figure out who controls H. So this is the Great Western Steamship. H currently only has $10, so I still can't lay any track. But I can go, because this negates this, and then the special ability negates this. So I can go to Constantinople, so I'm going to get 50 bucks. It's not the best in the world, but it's better than some of these other players are going to get. So we're going to put in 50 bucks and pay half. See, it errored out again. I'm sure the designer expected me to put these miners somewhere else, like maybe even inside there, but I don't know if that really would work. But anyways, this is only going to be temporary until it merges with another company. But for now, though, 25 bucks goes here. So I just got to do it manually. And I still have this thing. Man, oh man, I got to put this somewhere. I don't have anywhere to put it yet. And these. I haven't really thought that through. Alright, H is done. SB. SB can't lay any track. It's fully done, so it's going to make 30, 60, 80 bucks. SB's making a good run. Pay full. MKV. We're going to be able to connect to Kharkov. With a straight. For one, then we'll do 2, and there is no turn. We can do a sharp turn though. 3. Alright, so we get 30, 60, 80. Oh no, I paid MSP. So I'm going to spend 40. Spend 40. It was MKV that made the 80. There we go. MZA is this dude. One, two. See, MZA has no whistle stops along the way, so he might be a good candidate for it. But we're going to get 30, 60 for MZA. He doesn't have nearly enough, though, to buy anything. DSJ, we're running into our problem here. So for DSJ, we are not a major. One, like, we want to go through here, but somebody's got to collect this. So we're going to go ahead and put the straight in. So it doesn't matter, BJV or DSJ, one of them's got to pay for that. And then what we'll do is we'll connect to this one and get 30 bucks. So he just literally just takes that money. And then for his run, his 2 run is going to be the 30 down here and the 30 up here. So that's his 2 for 60, 70, 80. So he gets a nice run. And you can see we got a big, everybody's making around the same, but that's because they're regionals. So L is going to break the mold. They should make more money than anybody else, but the problem with L is we're blocked. I can connect to this city and this city, but I don't have a third. And so what I should have done is put a straight in here. And I apologize, I know this is a bit of a retcon, but there's no reason to turn that. Oh, that's not L anyways. But anyways, connecting to Glasgow is probably the better route, but it doesn't matter. That's not L. L we put somewhere else. Where did we put L? I know I was right here. No track delay for L, but we can do 30, 60, 90, and then 100, 110, 120. So 120. This is why L is one of the most desired ones in the game. Okay, so obviously we paid the half, and then oops, not 600. 60 goes to him. You got to be really careful because you could have, well, no, with miners you always own only 50%. All Alright, so L made some seriously good money. Look way ahead of everybody else. Mav. Nothing to lay. 30, 60, 70, 80. So there you go. Mav paid in full. D. D is going to be another one that makes good money. 30, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we get some money there. So you can see these two are the ones that I said you should get real early, and guess what? They're both doing great. SFR. We're going to put in Naples and this, which is a soft curve whistle stop. And Naples, Napoli. Gonna go. Ah, this is the problem. See how it's connected? It has to go this way. So I can't connect to it. So what I have to do then, first of all, let's put this back. Like we used to flip that over. We'd put it there, but flip it over. What I'm going to do instead is, well, I could still place this one, but I got to go straight, as you probably noticed. So 1, and then a straight here for 2, and then if I can afford it, I'm going to pay the $30. Can SFR afford it? It cannot. No. This player just got screwed. 2 of his companies are making no money. Alright, so let's say that we, instead of doing this, could I have spent his money? Because he had a ton of it. See, he has 20 bucks left over. So, plus the 15... So if I spend that 15, and I spend 15 of this, we could have had this in here. So instead of him going this way, he could have done 1, 2, 3. And then this turn he did 1, 2, 3. This way. So when C took his turn, he could have done 1, 2, 3. And C is... Yeah, so we're going to have less people getting screwed. So let's do that. Alright, so 30, 60, 70, 80. Much, much better. I would not feel good about the kind of start I gave them. So there we go. 80 bucks for them. Now we got A company. They're the ones up here that are stuck. But they can do this. So they're just temporarily stuck. But we will do the turn here. I might as well put that one down, even though at the moment it looks like it's worthless. And it is worthless, by the way. But when somebody becomes a national, this becomes, every city that's covered up gets you revenue when you have a national. And it's a freebie. It's not like I have to spend There I have to spend, but I'm not going to spend here. So 30, 60, and then I can at least count that one for 70. So we got 70. What I could have done is made this a super sharp. Yeah, because I get to lay 3 points worth of stuff. What am I smoking? So if I would have done, nope. That. There. That gives me, oh no, I still can't get 2 whistle stops because I can only go one way or the other. Ah, how will that work? It didn't give me any extra money. 30, 60, 70 bucks. I'm such a goober. Not 700, 70. So 35 for you. Done. Mr. E, which is this guy. It's a Spanish dude. Right. So not much I can do. I can connect 2 more whistle stops here. Sure. I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world to do, but it's better than just doing nothing, I guess. But here I got $20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's 35. So, I mean, he's making some decent money. And yeah, he's got $45. He can afford to put his other token out soon. So that's what this revenue is helping them to do. Okay, next, BJV. Now BJV is similar in terms of he could use the port. So that's 30, 50, and then a whistle stop for 60. I don't think I can afford anything else with it. Yep, only have 10. So 60 is all I got. So I'm doing horrible. I'm one of the worst performing ones. GSWR is going to be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So just 60 for GWR or GSWR. I guess, yeah, he was at 0. Alright, next up is F. F is connected. I can lay 2 more track. I will do that. I cannot lay a 3rd because I'm restricted to staying within my country. 30, 60 for F. Means he gets 30. Right, he's doing okay in the money department too. I'm seeing some big money on some of these people. We're doing okay. Alright, next up. Bell. Bell, I think, can lay Paris. Or no? Nope. Bell cannot. Straight. Turn. But Bell can do 30, 60, 70, 80, which is a very healthy number at this juncture. They're falling over, aren't they? Yeah, they are. SFAI. I mean, I could... Sure. Just so I don't... You know, you got to use your track points if you can't. But it's not helping me with my city. We're going to do 30, 60, 80 for SFAI. Next up is K, which is this dude. So we're sort of stuck, but we do have 30, 50, and K is going to get 20 more here for 70. I know that was poor. He should be making more, but he gets his 70, and then he gets 35 more. Kibbles and Bits, which is him. That's right, we're not connected to anything. So I can go up and connect to Kiss and at least get 20. Sure, let's do that. One. Two, and then whatever I want to do here. All right, so it's 30, 50, 70. C is up next. 30, 60, 80 for C. Yeah, they're getting ready to fall over, aren't they? M is next. M is the only one I don't think I can save. Well, I'm going to get something. So... 1. The issue with them is I had to pay all that money to bail it out. But I'm going to get something. I don't want to do it straight. So we're going to get 20, 40, 50 per M. That's better than the turd we thought it was going to be. It's something. Not 500. So 25 gets added. And next we have pub, which I don't think can afford $30, can he? Nope. So we do have the two cities at least connected. Yeah, there's nothing I can lay down. So 30, 50, 60 for pub. OU. Hey, we're going to be able to put down Paris. So 30, 50, 60. I do get to lay one more track. I should probably go towards this instead of that. Not. So 30, 60, 70 for OU, which belongs to us. There we go. Mr. B, Mr. Beta. Who has B? Can't even remember what B does. Right here. That's right. I don't think I can lay any track because I'm sort of stuck with no money. But I am going to get London money, so I'm going to get 30, 60 at least. It's better than kicking a butt. Take 30 more. So this is sort of working. MIDI's next. MIDI is getting screwed out of all the connections. And yes, I'm realizing I should have gone this way now, because MIDI is for sure going to do this. So 1, 2, then collect $20. 3. Who has MIDI? So he's going to take 20 bucks. He's got some decent money. And then MIDI's going to make 20, 40. So that's where the hurt comes in. So not a very high paying one. And then we have J here, which is all the way up here, I believe. So I can lay some more track. I mean, do I really want to help them out? In a way, I do. So 1, and then we want to get straight there. It didn't cost me anything, so as long as it doesn't cost me anything, sure, I'll help out. Alright, so 30, 50, 60, 70, And what Jay needs to do is get a token up here. So let's see how much money Jay has. Jack Diddley. Oh, that train only costs $90 because he gets a 10% discount. So he actually has $10. And I think I took the $10 from here. So I'm going to spend that money and give the $10 back. Oh. I'm supposed to take the money. Right, so Jay had a discount, $10. I bailed out Jay. Yeah, I know I did. I spent at least $15. So I gave the $10 back to him. So, but Jay is bankrupt, or not bankrupt, but it has zero. So right now we're at, like I said, $30, $50, $70, which is good because now he'll be able to put a token down next time. There we go. And then we have Kiss last, which is already connected. So Berlin, $30, $50, $70. That's us. We're not doing great. You can see the big road jam here. And now we do Lizard. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think it was that one for 4. One, two. Ay, ay, ay. 3, 4. And I can lay 2 more. And then I gotta check to see if Lizard has... He's got $70. So we can lay a token for 20. And then we'll do 2 straights. I probably should have waited until I could afford a train that's a little bigger. Alright, so we got 30, 50, 60, 70, which is horrible. And the reason it's horrible is he goes back. I mean, we're as far back as we can go, but he failed to move up. GWR probably will do better if I can get a token down here instead of here. He will do better. So GWR has good money, but I do have to spend the 20. Let's get this token out. Put it in London. Now, why did I need to do that? Well, because you always have to have your token in the route. So I would be forced to use this city. Now I can use this one and this one, so I can do 30, 60, 70, 80 for GWR, which is still not enough. I needed the green train. And you only get that if you buy shares of stock. So we are backwards. I don't think BHP is going to do any better. And he's at $148. How did it get to such a weird number? I don't know. But That's where it's at. BHB, we do have our London. No, we don't. We can't connect to London, but we do have this. So we have 30, 60, 70, and I can at least get 1, 2, 3. So 30, 60, 70. I can get 80 for BHB, but it's still not enough. BHB, all three of them screwed the pooch. And now I remember my strategy. I start at $60, so I come in here. I only need to make 70 to be able to move back up. That's strategy 1. And then I get to this shelf and I sell all my shares so I can pump my companies up with money, and I go major with them right away so I get a jump at moving up. That's what I do. And I didn't do that with any of my guys, so I went full premium, full price, which was not the way to go. He does have 160, and let's see, what did we say he gets? 30, 60. He does get 80. He's going to get to 200. Why didn't this change? BHP pays out 80. Orange paid 24 for 3 shares. So 8 times 3 is 24. But see, there's shares here. How does BHB only have 1 share? Where's the rest of his shares? Oh, we've been doing this wrong. Oh, look at this. BHB. Where did BHB go? So they made it into a major, so that means there needs to be more shares than just 1. That's true for everybody who's a major. So GWR only has 1 share here as well. So where did the other shares go? There's convert to national, merge, abandon minor, remove regional. Yeah, that's for if we're removing it as part of the standard game. They're supposed to be convert to major. So he's got 2 of them. Oh, come on, guy. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was paid 7 a share. It had 14. There's 8 shares. 2 of them were paid. So 6 times 7 gets 42 more. Who else is major? WW hasn't gone yet. So we can fix this one in time. There's 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. I'm cloning 2 at a time. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 14 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 too many. Okay, so WW, Lizard, GWR, and BHB. When I clicked the switch to major, I thought it automatically multiplied these, but it did not. So GWR, we have 3 shares. That's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when that one paid $8, it only paid once, so it needs 56 more. So it's a 2 of 4. So I technically could have bought a train. I'm not going to. And now we have the BHB, which, same deal. There's 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. We have 7. So this paid 8. So it needs 56 more as well. $2.24. $1 away? Are we serious? It is $1 away. Okay, so we never bought a green train. So I can already tell you I'm not playing at my full peak efficiency. There's no way this would have happened any other time. Alright, now we have WW. That's the last one. I thought we ran this, because I couldn't afford the 30. So I said this was 30, 50, 60. And I needed the 70. That was my problem. Let me see if WW has money. It only has $10. So by missing the whistle stop, which is why I should have gone this way and connected to that one. So let's say that that's what I did. This is easy to fix. I have the track points, folks. It was not a... I was being lazy, but we need that extra whistle stop so we can hit our target. There we go. Now I hit 80 or 70. So 30, 50, 60, 70, which is enough for WW to not only pay its stockholder, let's make sure that this works. So this should go up by 7 times 8. This should go up by $56. What's going on? Why did that not pay? That went up by 14. Let's try again. Boy, this sucks. If this doesn't work, take 14 away. Why is this not working? So if I pick it up and I drop it, and now I do it, there it is. So I'm going to take the 14 away. So not only do you have to put them on, but you pick it up and drop it. I feel like the numbers are changing. So it says 100. All right. So the other major was over here. Interesting. Okay, like I said, I'm not very efficient. We should have a 3-train by now, and we should be upgrading green tiles, and we have not done that. This is actually the kind of run you would do if you didn't float all the companies. So usually in a game I play, the mistake I made is I start at 60. That gives me extra money to buy more shares so I can afford that green train. And then I go major right away. I drop back. It's easy to hit the 70 with my 2-train, and then I pay for the green train, and then I just take off for the rest of the game. That's how I do it. I've already missed my mark, but maybe we can try that next round. So we're back to the stock phase, and I'll do that in the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.